My name is Darnelle Turner. I'm the cleaning and maintenance manager here at Oxford Athletic Club. I've always been into fitness. I like to say that my fitness has been up and down, but in 2017, I decided to really take it serious after I had some health scares and health issues, and also my family, my wife, to be specific, was dealing with hypertension, pre-hypertension, and I decided to go along with that journey and help her out as well. Biggest challenges was eating healthy and actually finding a path to fitness. So it took me a little bit of time to find out that marathon running and also weightlifting was something that I really enjoyed. So I just started my day one. I got on a treadmill, and for me, I tell people all the time, I said, if my family needed me within 10 minutes, can I run a 10-minute mile? So I got on a treadmill, and I just never looked back after that. I have a lot in my journey, but one of my biggest moments was actually getting my wife to participate in the 5K. Seeing her have the joy in her eyes of completing a goal and running alongside of her to complete that goal was like one of my biggest milestones, and one also to get my son to do a 1 mile run as well. So in 2020, because of the pandemic, my first actual marathon, 26 miles, was just with me and my wife. So she just followed behind me in her car. Where I actually finished in 6 hours, and I didn't really have an expectation because that was the first time I ever did something like that. But it felt like something was missing, to be honest with you, when I finished, because it was just us. But it wasn't until the next year when I actually did the Pittsburgh Marathon, and it was my first time running with people. The crowd was amazing. I tell people all the time, there's nothing. I've done Philly, I've done Cleveland, I've done everywhere, but there's nothing like the Pittsburgh crowd. There's nothing like the Pittsburgh Marathon. So actually finishing there was like phenomenal. It was an amazing thing because I finished the race. I actually felt like I finished the race, getting the medal put on my neck, and it was just an amazing feeling, and it has me hooked. I've done it every year since. This year I'm coming back for myself for a marathon, so this one is really going to be special for me. This one is going to be a very emotional ride because my first marathon with people, that was I had the goal of reaching a sub 4-hour marathon, and that was 3 years ago. So I've tried every year since. So this year I believe that I'll be able to make sure I get that goal. The equipment that they have here is really, really good for marathon running, strength training. There's a lot of trainers here that can help you out with your goals. And also just the atmosphere. You like to be in places where you see a lot of people active and moving. Just meeting the people here at the gym, especially my coworkers, and it seems like everybody's inclusive in the journey as well. So there's not one person that I've came in contact with that isn't interested in my story. And I've also think I've gotten a couple people that wants to join in running as well. My biggest advice that I tell everybody is just start. I think a lot of people get this thing where it's called analysis paralysis, where they're wondering what is next month going to look like, what is next week going to look like. I just say, just get in the gym, and when you're done, wake up in the morning and do it again. And it's going to become a routine, and you're going to start to love it because you're going to start to see the results, and you're going to actually feel healthy. So just start. My podcast is called Passion, Pain, and Progress, and I started this podcast because I think that there are everyday people that are making a difference. And when you see these interviews with athletes, you always hear about the people who, for a living, they're athletes for a living. They're getting paid to do their sport. But the everyday person, that person that's just waking up and going to work, but they're still putting in 6 miles after or before, that person that has to take their child to school and still get their training in, that person that are doing Ironmans and marathons, and they don't really tell anybody until it's race day. Those are the people that I want to talk to and share their stories, because those are the people that I connect with. And I think that those stories need to be told. So that's why I started the Passion, Pain, and Progress podcast. I also have an Instagram that I just I use it as a daily vlog. So on Instagram, my Instagram name is Clutch Endurance, And on there, I just post shorts of my training. Right now, I'm doing 100 days. It was 100 days until the marathon, so I did a tip for the next 100 days. So I'm on tip 10 right now. And also, I have the 3P podcast clips where I just post the clips from my podcast on there. So those are my Instagram.